What it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We're back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. In order for you to heal from a wound or to heal a wound, you have to stop touching it. You have to stop touching it. And that goes for all wounds. We're not talking about just the physical here. We're talking about emotional wounds. Being heartbroken. Being saddened. Those are all real feelings, and they can really dig at you, bro. And if you're watching this video, you probably are in this healing process. And if it's my biggest advice to you, bro, is stick to the healing process. Trust it. See it all the way through. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to use your own understanding to try and get in between. Just let the process play out and just leave it alone. There's so many. Think of a physical wound, right? Let's go back to like on the playground. Like let's say for example we're on the playground, we fall off the swings or something like that. We scrape our knee or something like that, and it's vividly right there. The wound is present right there on your knee. And usually sometimes when we may feel anxious, we may have been hit with a little bit of anxiety, we will go and try to, probably subconsciously, without us even knowing it, start picking at the wound. When we start to become impatient with how long it's taken the wound to actually heal, we're sick of the scab being there, we think that it's already healed, we go back and then we start touching it again. When we feel like the wound has already healed enough and that this scab is a little bit just extra for no reason, and so we're just going to go ahead and pick at it, and you know what I'm saying? These are all examples of us trying to interfere with our healing process of a physical wound. And the same could be said for our emotional wounds, using the same analogies, the same examples. When we start overthinking and we start feeling like we're overwhelmed by our thoughts, subconsciously we go back to what hurt us in the first place. Just seeking for comfort any way, anyhow, not realizing that you are prolonging the healing process. We think that we're healed enough. We think that it's not affecting us anymore, and so we go back. We think that the healing process is already done, so we go back. We think the healing process is good, and so we go back. I'm telling you, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. The best thing for you to do is just to move on. To slap some ointment on that junk, keep it clean, let the process play out, and then as each day goes by, you are so distracted by, being so driven by your goals, and you're being so driven by the vision and the purpose, and everything that you're about to go out there and get for yourself. You should be so distracted to the point where you look down on there and you realize the wound is already left. It ain't even there. So what am I saying? I'm saying, okay, you may have had an emotional wound. You may have been going through some sort of sadness. You may be going through some sort of heartbreak. In order for you to heal from it, you have to let it do its thing. You have to let it play out. No, you cannot stop overthinking it. It's going to, the thoughts of the situation in the past is going to continue to come in your mind. Think of if I just scrape my knee right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, the scrape isn't going to just go away all because I simply want it to. It's going to be in my line of sight. It's going to remind me of the time that I fell and I scraped my knee. This wound is going to heal, but it's not going to heal at an instant. I have to understand that there's going to be times where I may look at the wound and I still see it. There may be some times where right after I get in the shower and it's going to burn to clean it out. It's all part of the game. So that wound is going to be vividly fresh and it's going to be in your line of sight. It's going to be there for you to see and you to replay and replay back that time of when you actually got into that mishap or you actually got into that accident. Same thing for your emotional wound. If it just happened, it's going to be in your thoughts. It's going to be in your mind until you get further away from it as it heals. So don't necessarily look at it as like, oh, I gotta stop thinking about them. I can't stop thinking about them. No, like it's a wound. It just happened. Let it play out. So in order for you to allow the healing process to do its thing, is to just make sure that it stays cleaned. You put the protective measures over it so it doesn't further damage itself, and you leave it alone and you let it do its thing. You occupy your mind doing other things. If like I said about that anxiety, when you have too much time to think, your thoughts start overwhelming you, is because you're doing too much thinking. If your mind, like, do something that's going to occupy your mind, that's going to take your attention. A lot of us may be going through heartbreak, and then what we'll do is we'll just go and just chill at home and just lay down and just be there with nothing to do but just sit there and ponder with our thoughts. Get your mind activated. Find something to chase. This is the time where it's like, okay, I'm going to heal from this, so let me go ahead and find ways to keep my mind occupied so I'm not reminding myself of the scab, of the wound that had just taken place. Let me move on. What can I do to occupy? So at this point, this time right now is a lot of time that you can start pouring into yourself. Fill out your entire day. From 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. or whatever the case may be, plan out and find a way to keep your mind occupied. You find something else to touch and to keep your attention, as opposed to you wanting to go back and touch your wound. Let the process play out of the healing. Don't try to interfere with it. Don't try to think that you know more. Don't try to think that you know best. You will heal with it. Wounds heal with time and without interference. They will heal at a great rate. Maybe not the rate that you may be comfortable with, maybe not the rate that you necessarily want, but at the rate that the body can handle. Same thing with your emotional, like, allow your soul, allow your spirit to heal. Don't try to rush the process, because when we rush it, we move out of brashness and just I'm trying to feel something else other than this, then we find ourselves being vulnerable and open to being attacked or being hurt in the same exact kind of way. If I just scrape my knee riding my bike, I probably need to chill on riding my bike for a little bit. Maybe I need to go chill out, relax, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe I shouldn't try to do that trick. Maybe I thought I knew too much, and then with the thing that I wasn't aware, that's where I messed up at. Let me go back to the drawing. Let me slow down. Let me catch my breath. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me not make that my focus right now. Occupy your mind. This right now is a time where you can grow from this. You can elevate from this. You not only are going to, heal from this, but heal and then also continue to elevate. Don't allow your thoughts and overtaking you, and don't allow your thoughts to make you start doubting who you are. You still that dude, bro. And even though you are that dude, you still human. You still gonna face your losses. You're gonna have your handful of losses. You're gonna have some days where it's not gonna be the greatest. But if you really that dude, you would know, you would have the confidence deep down inside that this is just a part of the game. And when you understand the game, you don't panic, you don't worry, you don't start overthinking. You know what it is. You know that you are still that dude. You just fell off your bike, you know what I'm saying? You scraped your knees up. Okay, cool. Brush it off, you know what I'm saying? Allow the healing process to do its place. Don't make it seem like it's lame for you to be hurt by something, bro. You human, bro. Stop walking like you some sort of demigod, like you ain't got no feelings or nothing, and you just supposed to be immune, bro. You're a human man. So also, if you acting like, oh, no, bro, I ain't fazed by it, bro, I know you full of cap, bro. I don't know who you trying to impress and who you trying to fool. I don't know why you trying to fool yourself, bro. Be vulnerable with yourself. Be vulnerable with God. Say, God, this is what I'm going through right now, man. I'm feeling this way, and I know you know how I'm feeling. I'm just asking you, God, to just put me in the right situation. I trust you. I'm not going to try to lean on my own understanding. I'm not going to try to go back and try to rekindle it, try to make it work, not try to. It's time for me to heal. I'm choosing the harder option, and that's me choosing to heal and be patient. And understand that feeling of joy that I once had is eventually going to come back. Because if you're that dude, you're not walking with a sense of scarcity. You're not walking as if that was the only sole option that just walked out of your life, and then that's just going to be it. And then you got to go the rest of the eternity, you know what I'm saying, feeling with sadness and despair. No, like if you really that dude, you understand that this is a loss, and that you said, bro, it's gonna be another opportunity. It's gonna be another opportunity. It's all good. I learned something about myself. I'm more aware now. This is I'm more prepared for the future. I'm more put on game. I understand the game more. I know exactly what to do when I'm put in that situation again. I know exactly what not to do. This situation, this me experiencing this wound, it's all part of the game in order for me to make me better. And then at one point in the future, as the future goes back, you're gonna be looking back like, I get it now. I see it now. I had to go through that, because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be as cold as I am today. Because that situation made me who I am today. Without going through that situation, I wouldn't realize that I wouldn't have realized that self-love is the most important thing. If I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have learned how to respect myself. If I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't have learned that respecting myself would have actually made me better, and it made me feel better. But not only that, but it would make me attract better quality people. I feel like a more confident man who knows what he wants and knows what he don't want, and I'm more prone to stand 10 toes down on that. I'm not worried about other people's opinions. Back then, if I didn't go through this, bro, I would have been still worried about what people thought about me, still worried about trying to be liked. But since I've gone through that and I've seen what it looks like on the worst end, man, I ain't tripping off that, bro. I'm not trying to fit into the world. I'm just realized that there's some pieces of the world that just don't fit with me. But you wouldn't have known that had you didn't go through that experience. And if you didn't go through that experience, yeah, bro, I'm gonna have some heartbreaks. It's gonna hurt sometimes, but it's gonna be all right at the end. No matter what get thrown my way, I'm not gonna doubt. I'm not gonna lose faith, because I've been through it. I've been tested. You guys have to go through some things in order for you to get what you prayed for. You got to go through certain things in order for you to become the guy who you prayed about being like. This is all part of the journey, bro. This is all part of his plan. There's a reason why this happened. This didn't happen just for no reason. As a young man who has a strong sense of faith, I do not believe in coincidence. Things don't coincidentally happen. Everything happens for a reason. Good, bad, and evil. And any sort of evil and bad that happens my way, God will turn it into my good. I really believe that. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen where when they thought they had put me down, and they thought when they walked out of my life I was just gonna crumble, and I was just gonna, be desperate and just come crawling and be on my last. But in all actuality, it just made me 10 times colder. It made the deep sense of feeling about how I think so much more highly of myself now. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm worth, and I know what I'm deserving of. And I'm willing to sit patiently until I get it. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to allow the healing process to do its thing. Because I've realized when you allow the healing process to do its thing, man, wonders, bro. Wonders. So in order for you to heal, bro, you gotta stop touching it. Stop going back. Stop revisiting it. Stop focusing on it. Focus on something bigger. Focus on something better. Don't focus on where you lost. Don't focus on where you fell down. Think about where you about to stand up. Think about how you gonna rise again. Think about how you gonna elevate, bro. I believe it. The setback only happened in order for the comeback to happen. There could be no comeback unless there was a setback. And that comeback is going to be stupid. The comeback should be personal for you. It should be a slap in the face saying, wake up, bro. It's time for you to lock in. Right now is the time for you to lock in, bro. Believe that. And realize, bro, once you lock in, dog, you haven't even seen yourself locked in yet. But can you imagine if you locked in for the next 3 months, locked in for the next month, how different your life can be? How much more you will have to show for your life? Let's stop focusing on putting so much stock into things we don't have any control over. Putting so much stock into things that really don't have no sort of impact, no say. It's all about what you think. It's all about where you want to go. It's all about your vision. It's all about your thoughts. It's all about your belief. And it's all in your control. And all of that can take you to the promised land, bro. Best believe. This right here, this wound, this little setback you experienced, bro, trust me, bro, you're going to be straight. A year from now, you're not even going to be feeling it the same way you feeling it now. That's if you allow the healing process to do its thing. That's only if you allow the healing process to do its thing. But if you leave it alone, you don't touch it, a year from now, bro, you're going to be a different person. You're not even going to be feeling the same type of way. You're going to be looking back and be like, yeah, I remember that. That was an interesting time. I'm thinking about the times I didn't know how I was going to recover. I didn't know if I was going to ever eat again or if I was ever going to be able to sleep. Trust me, bro, it's going to be all right. You're going to elevate. You're going to be greater. Trust me, this was all part of the plan. This had to happen. The only way that you can be who you want to be, you can be that version and receive all the things that you prayed for, is that you had to go through something hard. You had to go through something difficult, something that was going to shift your mindset, shift your attitude, that was going to spark something inside of you. It had to happen. So, I've rambled on long enough. I hope this helps somebody. That's all I got for y'all boys. Before y'all go, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'ma holla at y'all.